Okay, let's write up our next 4 to 6 week workout plan. All right, we're doing it in the basement because that's where everything is right now. Now, how I like to write my workouts up is this usually happens at the gym, in all honesty, but I kind of need to pinpoint it down a little bit more. So I'll usually write down a few things that I'm thinking of while I'm at the gym on one of the whiteboards there, and then I'll just keep taking pictures until I have a good idea of kind of where I'm at, what I'm wanting to focus on, and like go from there. So what I want to do right now is just have it written down on one like whiteboard, and then I'll take a picture of it and just base it off of that, keep it in my phone and go off of that like every week. I know, really technical, right? But this is what works for me. And especially with somebody that, like, I've done so many different workout plans through the years, workout programs. I've tried them all. I've tested them out. I've done different like training myself, that I have an idea of what I'm wanting to do or focus on. And 4 to 6 weeks is usually enough time for me to either try out new workouts, try out new exercises, test out some things to see based off of like what my current goals or interests are. And then if I want to keep doing it, then I can keep doing it. If I want to adjust, I adjust from there. And then as far as like progression goes, I don't know. I've never been good at that. What I like to do is I like to lift weights until I'm tired or bored of it. And then I move on to the next exercise. So that's usually 3 to 5 rounds for 10 to, I don't know, sometimes 20 reps in all honesty. And I've been able to build a great physique from that. I've been able to really challenge myself. And even like if I take classes too, it kind of goes along with that because it is just balancing it out and figuring it out. We're just going off of vibes. Honestly, we're 32 years old. We're going off of vibes and trying to be physically active. So right now it's getting warmer outside. So therefore I want to try and get back to running. Every year I think I'm going to start running again, and I rarely do, but I want to test it out more because last year I had a good routine, kind of good feeling going. I just want to start that sooner. And I want to get back into the garage and start boxing again. So what I am thinking is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to box. That's going to be like a 10 to 20 minute hit of boxing. It's either going to be like 45 seconds of work, 15 of rest, or like a minute of work, 15 of rest. And then we're going to do that for the combos that I write down and have ideas for. And then Tuesday, Thursday, possibly Saturday, I am not going to guarantee anything on that. I'm gonna run in the morning. If I do Saturday, that could be like a longer run. And then Tuesday and Thursday will also be kind of vibes off of running or doing like some sprints. Okay. Running for me is how I do it because I don't like running and it's not great for me. And I'd rather not do it. So what I have found works for me is like building up where I'll like run for 2 minutes, walk for a minute. And I'll do that for like a week or two until I get really consistent. So if I'm doing it like twice a week, it'll be running for 2 minutes, walking for a minute, and then like continuing on with that. No, is it that? Yeah, it is that. It's always a minute. Okay. And then like if I do that this week, then next week I'll do run for 3 minutes, walk a minute if I'm feeling really good. If, say, after a week of running for 3, walking for 1 is like too much and like I'm still feeling really exhausted, I'll do it for another week until I'm feeling good. And then I'll keep upping it until like I'm hitting a 30-minute mark, and then we'll just kind of adjust from there for like the rounds. But it's usually I'm going for at least 30 minutes, so however many rounds it takes to get to that 30-minute mark. Or if I don't have a lot of time, then it's just cutting down on that. That's what it's going to look like so far. And I'd like to do that on top of lifting. Why? Because I like it. And that's what we're going to do. But I realize I do not want to spend my entire day working out. So yes, the first part is going to be at home. And the next part, I am going to go to my CrossFit gym and work out there. Why? Because as much as I like the equipment that we have down here, and I am moving it out into the garage, you can see that video coming shortly. I also like working out around people, even if they're not there, even if they're doing their own thing, even if I just say hi to them. It's nice to be in that environment. And that's kind of what I want to do right now. So yes, there will be commuting and things like that, but this could also be done at home if you want to. This is just what I'm doing and how I'm going about it. So that's what we're going to do. And then breaking it up, I have chosen to do upper lower split. Upper body is going to be Monday and Thursday. Lower body is going to be Tuesday and Friday. And then Wednesday is going to have a HIIT portion. This can either be done at home or we go back to the gym. And this is just going to be more of like one of my 10 to 20 minute hits that I've shared on here or like will continue to share on here. Just choosing like 3 to 4 exercises, setting a timer and doing that until I'm done. Or if I'm working on like something specific, or if I want to do like cleans or snatches or something like that, I have that time set aside. And then as far as like what I'm going to focus on for upper lower days, I have it broken down into like a few things that I want to focus on. I'll just go ahead and actually post that picture here, because again, what I do is I like to kind of see, well, what have I been doing that I really enjoyed? What have I been missing that I haven't done over those last like 4 to 6 weeks? And what is my main goal overall? So I do want to focus more on body weight stuff. So on my upper body days, I'm going to do push-ups and pull-ups as my warm-up. And then we're going to do like 3 to 4 exercises that I'm just going to either do in like a monster set or like back-to-back bodybuilder kind of style. And again, the goal of this whole thing is for this workout to be under an hour. Yes, there's going to be commuting, but I would like for my boxing and running to take like 20 to 30 minutes at absolute max, and then for my lift to take the same amount of time. So we're not spending a lot of time here. We're not spending a lot of focus. If anything, it's just like the warm up and the movement of everything. And even that's going to be an hour. So focus is going to be on, I've really been liking the dumbbell bench because it hits you differently than the barbell. And I want to actually focus on being able to lift heavier. So we're going to focus on a flat bench and an incline to kind of focus on those upper boobies. And then we're going to do barbell bent over rows. I haven't done this in a long time, and I loved barbell bent over rows when I was doing bodybuilding. Like I would do underhand grip bent over and then pulling up. It also hits your biceps really nicely. So that's always a good thing. And especially with the bench too, that always hits my triceps pretty nicely. And if I do it off of the floor too. Anyways, and push-ups. Push-ups, I always do military. So that also helps with the triceps. Any hoosers. And then I want to do some shoulder presses with a barbell and then dumbbells too, just because I want big shoulder caps and I never get them. So I need to make sure I put that in there. And then, so that'll be like one day. And then the second day, I want to do dips, lat pull down, and then face pulls for the rear delts. I might do shoulder presses as well. I might decide that I want to do like another extra thing, but those are going to be the 3 things that I focus on a Monday and then on a Thursday, with the push-up pull-up being like the warm-up for that and stuff. And then on the lower body day, body weight squats are going to be the warm-up. So just kind of focusing on trying to get more of those reps in. And then I want to do the hammies, which are like, I think they're called like the Nordic hamstrings, where like you're just locked in and then you lean forward and use your hamstrings to pull you back up. I know that's not an accurate way of showing it, but I want to do that because my quads are so dominant. I need to really try and get my hamstrings up. And then I want to focus on barbell squats. I want to do front squats and back squats because just for that core stability, I would like to do more front squats to kind of work on that as well. And then I want to do kettlebell front rack lunge. These hit my traps so hard. Like that's crazy. Like just putting a kettlebell here, yes, it's going to bruise your shoulder. Yes, it's going to take some time to get used to, but holding it here, holy buckets, on like one side and then the other, and then you're lunging forward. It works that stabilizing muscles in your core, and holy crap, my traps. So add that in for fun. That was good. And then, so that'll be like for a Tuesday, lower body. And then I want to do some low kettlebell swings. And by low kettlebell swings, I mean, this is bad for showing, but it's when instead of just like staying up here, when you like come down here, you're kind of sitting back down so the kettlebell can sit on the floor, and then you're swinging. So it's kind of like an extra thing, and it hits my glutes really well. And then I want to do either like, dumbbell squats, like an overhead squat, or thrusters, because I don't like them and they're good. Same with hip thrusts. I don't like those and they would be really good for me to do. And then a single leg RDL. That's what I'm going to focus on and kind of how I go about what I'm wanting to do. And again, since it's nicer and I've just been itching to get back in the garage and do some boxing and try and do some running again, that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. So this is what I'm thinking. Monday is going to be boxing and upper body day. Tuesday is going to be running and lower. Wednesday is going to be boxing and a hit. Thursday is going to be running and an upper. Friday is going to be boxing and a lower. Maybe I will run on a Saturday, and then I will do nothing on a Sunday. Also, this is not a guarantee. This is like a nice to have potentially. If for some reason like life gets hectic, things come up and I'm not able to do a day, like maybe I can only get into the garage and do a boxing circuit. Maybe I only want to do like a full body quick 10-minute thing. Like this is first choice. This is first choice. Second choice is doing either one of these, like just for a half a thing. Third choice is we're just going for a walk or we're trying to survive, okay? So this is a nice to have, but if like I miss Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm just gonna come back to Thursday and maybe just do like a boxing hit. And then since I got Monday, then I'll do like a boxing lower. Do you know what I mean? You're just gonna mix and match. It's up to you. Nothing matters. This is all made up. The rules are a joke. And you get to decide what you want your health to look like. The biggest thing is that this is something that I think I could stick with, or I'm gonna at least try to, and then I can adjust from there. It's not gonna be perfect, it's not gonna be pretty, it's gonna be hard, I'm gonna hate myself when I'm running to start off with, and I'm gonna be embarrassed that boxing is hard again. But I wanna do it, so why not start? So that's what I would recommend if you are looking to try it out. If you do think that this would be fun, but you want an idea of like a quick workout, then definitely check out this next video where I break down just one of my done in 10 freebie 10-minute workouts. And you can get the freebie down below, but you can also see a breakdown of that workout in this next video. And I will go ahead and see you there. Bye.